Welcome to the course on the keys of happiness. This is the first module. It will cover the first key of happiness. There are 9 modules. The main key of happiness will be discussed in the third module, but you need all the 9 keys to be able to maintain happiness in your life. Just acquiring the main key of happiness, as the law of attraction suggests, does not help you maintain long-term positivity in your life. You can acquire things with the law of attraction, but it fades away. The joy fades away, the happiness fades away, and you are again chasing again and again. And you realize that just having things or getting what you desire is not sufficient to maintain happiness in your life, because the positivity attached to that thing or that person fades away. That happens because 1/3 of our life is always struggling with negativity, as earth follows a day and night energy cycle. So 1/3 of life is always dark. When we acquire something, we hope that everything will be perfect in our life, which does not happen, because 1/3 of life is always shady, it's always dark. For example, if you get married, you feel that all your emotional problems will be sorted out and you will be supported all the time, which does not happen. You often feel very lonely and unsupported even after marriage. Several marriages break away because of violence, extramarital affairs, disagreements in thinking and applying their values and beliefs, disagreements on bringing up children, disagreements on how will you look after your parents. So there are so many differences which come up in long-term relationships, that just acquiring that relationship is not sufficient to maintain happiness. Similarly, you might acquire money, you might have a lot of money, but you will feel stressed most of the time because you are running after money. You are asking for more and more because you have insecurities of what will happen when you don't have any, as you did not have any earlier and you were struggling and begging. The same fear of insecurities follows you and you keep running. You develop a lot of anxiety, you develop blood pressure problems, you develop anger problems, you develop relationship problems, because you are constantly running after an action which does not get you the intention, which is peacefulness, for which you incurred that action. Similarly, people run after a particular course. For example, there are people running after engineering in India or the medical sciences, but once they enter the course, they realize that they do not feel contented with the syllabus. Their creativity is blocked. They cannot do as they like to help humanity, and they have to follow instructions which they know are not perfect and which might cause loss of personal creativity. So there are several students who are in engineering who feel very suppressed, and there are several suicides happening, which have to be prevented by understanding the line between desire, intention, action and consequence. Whenever you take action with clear visualization of the consequence of what can happen, and you set the intention to the universe that I want this action if this happens, and I do not want this action if this does not happen, then your subconscious mind will prevent actions which are going to increase anxiety in your life. So the first step which you have to be clear about is the feeling which you desire by taking an action and applying the law of attraction to achieve that action. For example, if you desire a romantic relationship, you have to focus on being happy in that relationship for a long term, getting agreements from that person or getting ideological support emotional support from that person. It is not enough to just acquire a person and hope that everything will fall into place. That does not happen. So before thinking that this person is right for me, focus on the visualization, the feelings of being supported in your everyday life. Imagine how does it feel to be supported, to be validated, to be emotionally content. And focus on this feeling again and again in your life, because the more you focus, the more it manifests. Think of the person who is supporting you as imaginary. Don't give him or her a place, a name, or a face. Just allow the feeling to focus on the feelings of being supported for who you are, being accepted for who you are, and then after some time you will be attracted to people who can actually support you in your ideologies. You will no longer be attracted to people who are simply going to use you and throw you away once their own narcissistic needs are satisfied. So you have to focus on self-love. It is not narcissism. Narcissism is self-love, where you are not taking care of another person's needs, but you are only focused on your own moods, your own needs, your own demands. And you blame other people for not meeting up to your expectations. Self-love, on the other hand, is where you are focused on being positive within yourself. You forgive other people for not meeting your expectations, and you are good to other people and love other people irrespective of how they are with you, because you love yourself and you want to be positive all the time. But you do not allow people to use you or infringe upon your privacy, because your space, your love for yourself is important. So you should continuously say, I love myself, I like myself, I respect myself. And when you say these things with feeling every day, especially at night and before getting up in the morning, before getting out of bed in a semi-drowsy state, imagine how does it feel to like yourself. How does it feel to love yourself? Imagine yourself standing in front of you as a child or as an adult, and hug yourself and say, I love you, I like you, I will support you through your journey of life. I will support you in every action because I respect you so much. And feel those feelings of support, receiving support coming inside you. When you do this continuously, your subconscious energies open up to accept support. And after that, you will find the person who actually agrees in ideology with you and can actually love you and like you at the same time. Not just love you sexually or physically, but actually like your ideology, like you as a person, which is much more difficult to achieve. So, but when you constantly repeat these feelings that you like yourself, you love yourself, you respect yourself, and you are visualizing satisfaction before every choice you make, then you will find the right direction where contentment and blissfulness will become routine in your life. Every morning before getting up, visualize how does it feel to have contentment, and thank God for it. Thank you, God, I have contentment. Thank you, God, I am choosing a path of life which gives me positivity and satisfaction and helps everyone around me feel better and feel more positive. When you say that before getting up in a semi-drowsy state, you are accessing your subconscious mind and you are continuously putting these directions with feeling in your subconscious mind. So the feeling will carry vibrations which will manifest cycles in your life, and you will start realizing that within a few months your cycles, your choices start changing, and you actually encounter and move about in areas where you are liked, loved, supported, and where your ideologies are accepted as being good and contributing to humanity. And you will choose the courses, you will choose the life partners, you will choose the jobs which get you satisfaction. So the first key of happiness is to visualize the outcome before you choose to take action. Okay? The outcome has to be clear. Will this outcome live the outcome? In your mind, live the outcome and then focus on which action you took to achieve that outcome. Sometimes the action will change. You will realize you do this for a week or a month, you will realize that you are pulled towards another action, a different path of life than what you thought was important when you were not visualizing the outcome. Hence, clarity is the first key of happiness. We will now next move to the second key of happiness. But practice the first key of happiness on a regular basis. Be very clear on the line between your desire, intention, action and consequence, and ensure that consequence leads to satisfaction. Thank you.